Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Tanya Schrader, and I am the current president of the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals Council. Thank you for joining us today for the 113th Annual General Meeting, which I will now call to order at 11:02 a.m. on June 7th, 2024. I'd like to start by acknowledging that the land on which we live, work, and gather is Treaty 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 territory, the traditional land of the Cree, Dakota, Lakota, Dene, Nakota, Saulteaux, and homeland of the Métis Nation. Before we move into our official agenda, I'd like to go over some meeting logistics. Please note that for today's meeting, all participants are muted. If you'd like to ask a question or make a comment, I ask that you do so by typing in the chat. For our motions, these will also need to be made by members using the chat function. Those members who may oppose a motion should do so by responding in the chat. Otherwise, the motion will be carried. Lastly, a reminder that only practicing and non-practicing members have a right to make motions and to vote. So on your screen, you should see a brief outline of today's agenda. And we'll be starting our meeting with council introductions. Your Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals Council for the July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024 term is as followed. President, Tanya Schrader. President-elect and urban pharmacist, Scott Livingstone. Past President, Amy Weave. Honorary Treasurer and Public Member, Karen FMU. Rural Remote Pharmacist, Marty Antea. Urban Pharmacist, Sarah Kazusko. Hospital Pharmacist, Kelsey Dumont. Hospital Technician, Tracy Martins. Community Technician, Shauna Nowakowski. Designated Ex Officio, Charity Evans. Public Members, Bonnie Caven, Michael Lummerding, and Ron Collin. And our Senior Stick from the University of Saskatchewan, Emily Gailey. I'll now call for the adoption of the 2023 AGM minutes and ask for a member to make the motion that the minutes of the 112th Annual General Meeting of the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals, held on Friday, June 9th, 2023, via WebEx, be adopted as presented and printed in the 2023 Annual Report. Is anyone willing to make that motion? And if so, please do so in the chat. So Scott Livingstone has moved, and Shauna Nowakowski has seconded. Any further discussion or opposition? All right, all in favor? That motion has been carried. Thank you. And we will now move on to council appointment and the results of the council elections. Starting with council appointments, council would like to thank current councillor Tracy Martins for agreeing to be reappointed to a final 3-year term from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2027. Additionally, 3 new councillors, Lindsay Mildenberger, Jocelyn Park, and Chelsea Ellison, have recently been appointed to join council. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to each of them. On June 5th, 2024, Council elected 3 councillors to serve as officers for a term starting July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025. I, Tanya Schrader, will be serving a 2nd term as president. Scott Livingstone will be serving a 2nd term as president-elect, and Amy Weave will be serving a 2nd term as past president. Council is saying goodbye and a heartfelt thank you to councillors Karen FMU, Marty Antea, and Ron Collin. Their commitment to the profession, the public, and the college is very much appreciated. And at this time, I'd like to thank all councillors for devoting their time and energy to the mission of protecting the public and building excellence in pharmacy practice through regulation. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the following individuals who are SCPP appointees to external organizations: Appointee to the Canadian Council on Continuing Education in Pharmacy, Danielle Larocque. Appointee to the National Association of Pharmacy Regulatory Authorities, Gina Wendell. Appointee to the Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, Suzanne Len, with a term ending March 23rd, 2024. Appointee to the Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, Mike Davis, with a term beginning March 24th, 2024. Appointee to the University of Saskatchewan Senate, Rod Amaya. And appointee to the University of Regina Senate, Zach Dumont. Each year, we recognize those members who we have lost. I'll ask that you please bow your head for a moment of silent tribute to them. Please refer to page 4 of the annual report, where you will see my report as president. I ask the General Assembly if there are any questions arising from the president's report. If so, please do so by typing in the chat. Again, I will ask if there are any questions pertaining to the president's report. Okay, seeing none, I invite Registrar Gina Wendell to present the 2023 SCPP Registrar's Report.
Thank you, Tanya. So please refer to page 6 of the annual report. I ask the General Assembly if there are any questions regarding my report. If there are, please do so in the chat. I will ask again if there are any questions to my report. Thank you, and I will turn the floor back over to you, President Schrader.
Thanks very much, Gina. We will now move on to the financial report. So today we have one of our auditors, Sheila Fillion from Virtus Group, joining us today to assist with any questions that may arise. We also have our Director of Corporate Services and Chief Financial Officer, Darren Cranfield, here to present the 2023 audited financial statements. I will now turn things over to you, Darren.
All right, thank you, Tanya. I'll now provide an overview of the 2023 audited financials that begin on page 44. We'll move right to the statement of financial position on page 46. So our total assets were $4.88 million for 2023, a $106,000 or 2.2% increase compared to 2022. Our liabilities were $3.27 million for 2023, and that's an increase of about $256,000 or 8.5%. And this was primarily due to a change in fees and licenses that were collected in advance, and because of an increase in members, pharmacies, and fees. Our unrestricted reserves for 2023 were $810,000. That's down from $975,000 in 2022. And this was due to approved use of funds to support operations. So for revenue, our overall revenue showed an increase of $977,000 compared to 2022. While most of the line items saw increases, the more significant changes were a $351,000 net change in the unrealized market value of investments, a $217,000 increase in practicing member license fee revenue, and a $128,000 increase in sundry revenue, which includes fines and costs recovered from discipline. So looking at expense, total expense was up $694,000 compared to 2022, and this was mainly due to salaries and benefits. So we had new positions on board in 2023, and 2023 would have also been the first full year of salaries for new positions on board the previous year. Of course, our benefits increased proportionately with the change in salaries, and this was offset somewhat by lower legal and audit fees. So overall, we reported a net loss or deficit of $150,382, and this was planned in order to utilize more of the unrestricted reserves. And still on page 47, the fund balances at the end of 2022 was $1.77 million, and this decreased by $150,000 to $1.62 million for 2023. And once again, this is a planned decrease in reserve to support our operations. And here we have the 2023 restricted fund allocations. So our restricted fund allocations continue to support the financial stability of the college, such as the Catastrophic Discipline Fund and ensuring an operational reserve. These limits are within the industry average for other not-for-profit and PRAs across Canada. The building fund, it continues and is left over from the purchase of the condo many years ago. The Training and Competency Fund and the Integrated Primary Care Fund are also carryovers from many years ago. There is potential to use these two funds in the next couple of years to support expanded scope of practice initiatives and the Competency Assurance Program. And finally, we have the Catastrophic Discipline Fund and the Operating Reserve at $500,000 and $1.5 million, respectively. I'll now welcome any questions or comments you might have for this report. Please put them in the chat. Okay, one last call for questions. Okay, not seeing any. Thank you. I'll turn it back to you, President Schrader.
Thanks, Darren. And thanks, Sheila, for joining us today. Much appreciated. Before moving on to new business, at this time, I ask if there are any general comments or questions regarding the 2023 SCPP Annual Report. Again, I'll ask if there are any questions or comments pertaining to the annual report. If so, please do so by typing in the chat. Okay, we do have a question that's coming in, so we will just pause while Yvonne can finish typing. Thanks, Yvonne. That's a really nice comment to hear. So Yvonne has said just to say what a wonderful work is being done by council, so many challenges. We definitely appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not seeing any other comments or questions in the chat. So I now declare this the 113th Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals Annual General Meeting to be adjourned. Next on our agenda is the recognition of our public members and member volunteer. A certificate of recognition is presented to councillors, committee members, and appointees of the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals for their dedication and contribution to the public and to Council of SCPP. On your screen, you will see a number of individuals who have devoted their time and energy to bettering our profession and ensuring public safety. I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to each of them. Next on our agenda is the presidential installation. I will turn things over to Registrar Gina Wendell.
Thank you, Tanya. So Tanya Schrader, you have been duly elected as the president of the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals for the 2024-2025 professional year, commencing July 1st of 2024. In this capacity, it has been and will continue to be your duty to preside in council and over all meetings of the college, to sign all certificates, diplomas, and other instruments or documents executed on behalf of the college, to present a report to the annual meeting of the college, and to be ex officio a member of all committees. It will It will be your further duty to conduct the affairs of this college so that its members may have pride in the profession and that the citizens of this province will recognize that they have been professionally served by those whom your office will represent. I ask then, do you agree to accept this office and to serve your college to the best of your ability?
I do.
I invest you with this emblem of your office and now declare you, Tanya Schrader, installed as president of the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals.
Thank you, Gina. My fellow esteemed pharmacy professionals and colleagues, I am honored to serve a second term as council president for the Saskatchewan College of Pharmacy Professionals and a sixth year on council. The healthcare environment has drastically changed since I joined the college in 2019, and even more so since I began practicing as a community pharmacist in July of 2016. When I entered the profession, the notion that pharmacies would become the go-to location for vaccinations and the go-to location for the treatment of minor conditions was only an ambitious goal. Today it is a reality, and pharmacy professionals continue to demonstrate that they are capable of much more than their traditional role of dispensing. I am so proud of the transformation that pharmacy practice has undergone and continues to undergo, as well as the positive impacts these advancements have made on our patients. As pharmacy practice in Saskatchewan continues to evolve, the college is also changing to ensure pharmacy care continues to be delivered in a safe and effective manner. The shift to a competency assurance program and recent amendments to the SCPP bylaws will support the regulation of modern pharmacy practice and better serve our communities in the years to come. The profession of pharmacy is experiencing another historic season of change, with pharmacists' scope of practice further expanding. In January 2024, the new Level 1 prescribing authority was launched, which has broadened the circumstances where pharmacists can intervene and offer prescriptions. Many pharmacy professionals are excited about the next stage of expanded scope rollout, which will enable pharmacists to individualize their practice based on areas of clinical interest and specialized certifications. Additionally, updates to vaccine parental diseases and travel health prescribing are underway to provide clarity to those who wish to offer these services. I encourage all members to stay informed on these important updates by regularly visiting the official SCPP website, checking your email, and reading the Scope Microscope newsletters. Professional autonomy remains a complex issue that continues to be top priority for Council. Although there are many exciting advancements within our profession, there are still several challenges that impact us regularly, including a lack of human health resources, frequent drug shortages, and pressure on pharmacies to offer more services, often without additional resources or support. In March 2024, the college conducted a survey on pharmacy workplace conditions, and an overwhelming number of responses were received. I'd like to thank all those who completed the survey and as well provide assurance to you that your frustrations with the current environment are acknowledged and being carefully considered by Council. Work will soon be underway to address pharmacy operating standards and ensure pharmacy teams receive adequate support and guidance, which will be an important step towards fulfilling our mandate of public safety. I stated in last year's address that I believe pharmacy professionals are very fortunate to have such fantastic leadership within the college, and today I'm still confident that we're in excellent hands. Registrar Gina Wendell consistently leads with integrity and professionalism, while always keeping public safety top of mind. Like many of us, Gina and her team have had many unexpected challenges over the last year, which has substantially added to their planned workload. Council acknowledges the tremendous effort made to ensuring these additional tasks were completed while still working towards the important initiatives on our strategic plan. I'd like to thank Gina and the entire SCPP team for their exceptional dedication, work ethic, and collaborative spirit throughout another busy year. I'd also like to thank our exiting council members, Karen, Marty, and Ron, for their service to the college and to the profession of pharmacy. The valuable perspective and knowledge that they each brought to our meetings is sincerely appreciated. Lastly, I'd like to acknowledge all of the pharmacy professionals across Saskatchewan for their contributions to our communities in a variety of practice settings. Each of you continue to navigate complex issues in a constantly changing healthcare environment to provide quality care to your patients. As we head into warmer weather, I wish you all a well-deserved and relaxing summer. Take care and enjoy spending time in the sun with your family, friends, and loved ones. With that, we have reached the end of our agenda. Thank you for your attendance this morning.